All right, welcome to the 26th meeting of the Liquor Commission. We're going to start with agenda item number 1, Commission Status Report in Scarlet, Honolulu, Inc. et al.
We have minutes.
Oh, we have minutes. Oh. Sorry. We have some minutes to approve. May I have a motion, please?
Yes, Chair. Motion to approve the minutes of the 18th meeting as previously circulated. I second.
Been moved and seconded to approve the minutes from the 18th meeting of the Liquor Commission. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The meeting minutes are approved. Okay, now calling agenda item number 1. Commission status report in Scarlet, Honolulu, Inc. et al. Versus Honolulu Liquor Commission et al. With respect to this matter, the commission may go into executive session pursuant to Hawaii Revised Statute Section 92-4 and subsection 92-5A4 to consult with the board's attorney on questions and issues on a matter pertaining to the board's powers, duties, privileges, immunities, and liabilities, and subsection 92-5A8 to deliberate or make a decision upon a matter that requires consideration of information that must be kept confidential pursuant to state or federal law or a court order. I will entertain a motion to go into executive session for these purposes.
So moved. Second.
Been moved and seconded to go into executive session. Seeing any nays or reservations, seeing none, I also vote aye.
I'm so
Going to
Okay.
executive session. Fine.
Out of here.
Okay, thank you. That's a long session. We're now on to our public hearings. Agenda item number 2, transfer application number 23-02575.
Good afternoon. To my right is Cindy Jiang, Jiang. She's the manager. She's president of council Wayne Luke. We have no changes to the investigators report.
This application has received 0 written protests, 0 letters in support. Application has met statutory requirements for the submission of this application.
Is there anybody in the audience who'd like to testify either for or against this application? Seeing none, commissioners?
I have no questions. Yeah. No
Okay.
questions.
I'll move to approve application number 23-02575.
A second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve transfer application number 23-02575. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The transfer application is approved.
Thank you.
Calling application number 23-03760. Marugame Udon. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, members of the commission. Robert Uyoka on behalf of Marugame Udon, present to my right, Mr. Hideaki Hano, General Manager, first name Hideaki, last name Hano. This time we have no changes to the investigators report. This is for the downtown location of Marugame Udon.
Right. This application has received 0 written protests, 0 letters in support. Applicant has met statutory requirements for the submission of this application. For the record, a summary of the November 30th, 2023 preliminary hearing testimony was provided to Chair Hong and Co-Vice Chair Martin prior to the public hearing.
Is there anyone in the audience who'd like to testify either for or against this application? Seeing none, commissioners?
Mr. Uyoka, just one quick confirmation. There is not going to be outside seating, correct?
I think right now we have outdoor seating, but we will not have outdoor alcohol until, of course, this liquor license is approved, until we get an outdoor dining permit. Outdoor area is owned by the city and county, so we don't have it on the lease, and it's not part of our liquor license premises right now.
Okay, thank you. That's the only question I had.
I'll move to approve application number 23-03760.
A second.
Been moved and seconded to approve application number 23-03760. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I have to vote aye. The application is approved.
Thank you so much.
Okay, special licenses. Is there anyone that would like to testify on agenda items 4 through 8? Seeing none, I will call agenda item number 4, application number 24-01306.
For agenda item number 4, applicant requests rescheduling to the February 1st hearing date.
Okay, we will skip agenda item number 4. Calling agenda item number 5, application number 24-01328 by Pools and Catering by City Blonde Inc.
Good afternoon, commissioners. My name is Sheila O'Connell, event coordinator and authorized agent for Clothes and Catering by Cine Blunt. Here we have a private event gala with 3 HPD and the bar outside.
Questions?
So, Ms. O'Connell, I won't make the same comment for all of your upcoming application special licenses, but I will make it that we do know that you continue to use the outside area, and sometimes the bar is out there and sometimes it's inside. Main thing we would ask is as you use that courtyard area, please make sure we keep an eye out for passing to underage individuals or people trying to pass outside of the liquor licensed area.
Yes,
That's my only comment. Thank you.
thank you.
Move to approve application number 24-01328.
I second.
Then moved and seconded to approve application number 24-01328. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved. Calling agenda item number 6, application number 24-01329.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Sheila O'Connell, Event Coordinator and Authorized Agent for Cruise and Catering by Sinu Blanc. Here we have a private event, 1 HPD on site with the bar inside the ballroom.
Commissioners, any questions? I have questions.
Move to approve application number 24-01329.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 24-01329. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved. Calling application, agenda item number 7, application number 24-01330 from Pools and Catering by Sinu Blanc Inc.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Sheila O'Connell, Event Coordinator and Authorized Agent for Cruise and Catering by Sinu Blanc. Here we have a wedding reception with 1 HPD on site and the bar would be inside as well.
No minors for the wedding.
No.
So Connor, how do you determine how many HPD you have per attendee?
So per the venue, it's 100 guests per 1 officer.
Move to approve application number 24-01330.
I second.
Been moved and seconded to approve application number 24-01330. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved. Calling agenda item number 8, application number 24-01331 by Pools and Catering by Sinu Blanc Inc.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Sheila O'Connell, Event Coordinator and Authorized Agent for Cruise and Catering by Sinu Blanc. Here we have a first birthday party with 1 HPD on site and the bar will be inside.
Commissioners, any questions?
Move to approve application number 24-01331.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 24-01331. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Preliminary hearings, agenda items, agenda item number 9, transfer application number 23-01747 from Goodrich Bearling Enterprises LLC. Did I say that correctly?
Yes, Commissioner, thank you.
All right.
Aloha and good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Paul Veerling, partner with Goodrich Veerling Enterprises. To my left is Gail Goodrich, partners of Goodrich Veerling Enterprises. Before you is the request to submit our liquor transfer application.
Commissioners, any questions?
I don't have any questions.
Move to approve transfer application number 23-01747.
I second.
Been moved and seconded to approve transfer application number 23-01747. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved.
Thank you very much, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 10, transfer application number 23-02131 from GIG Services LLC.
Richard Spanger, owner, is present with Counsel Wayne Luke. We have no changes to the investigator's report.
Commissioners, any questions?
Mr. Luke, only question I have is looking at so far the preliminary report. Once we get, if it gets passed here and it goes toward the final one, we're gonna be able to have an executed lease, correct?
Oh, yeah.
When that happens, okay,
Thank you.
sure.
We
I
can't
haven't-
pick up the lights. at the-
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I have no other questions.
Move to approve transfer application number 23-02131.
I second.
Been moved and seconded to approve transfer application number 23-02131. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Calling application number 23-00769 from Kayak Cafe LP.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Commissioner Steven Nicole here, representing Kayak Cafe LP. To my right is Mr. Kazu Kato, Kato. He is the GM for Kayak Cafe. We have no changes to the preliminary report.
Where's this location?
Sorry?
Where's this location?
Canterbury Place.
Yeah.
Ah,
Canterbury, yeah.
yeah.
You're actually, the one that's coming after this is gonna be Kansushi, which is right next door.
Nice. And that's presently under construction?
They're actually in operation. They're working on special licenses right now. Will actually be coming in to extend those shortly.
So. On the floor plan, all the red movement with marks, that's all doors, I'm assuming, correct?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure I'm here. That was
Yeah,
it.
no problem.
Okay, all right.
When you're looking at really small drawings of something.
Yeah, I know. I was,
It could be a little confusing.
okay, no worries. That's fine. Thank you. That's the only question I had. Make sure it was doors.
Move to approve application number 23-00769.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 23-00769. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved. All right. Agenda item number 12, application number 23-00770 from Yari Kuri Sushi LP.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Commissioner Steven Ikoba representing Yarikuri Sushi LP. To my right is Mr. Kazu Kato, Kato. He is the GM for Yarikuri Sushi as well. We have no changes to the preliminary report.
Questions?
I have no questions.
Move to approve application number 23-00770.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 23-00770. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Agenda item number 13, request number 24-01355 from HH Pacific Beach LP.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Christina O'Hara on behalf of the applicant. We have no, oh,
And good afternoon, Commissioners. Keith Kiuchi on behalf of LB Waikiki is going to occupy the space that's being deleted.
Madam, excuse me, Chair, I will make a disclosure for the record that the ILWU does represent the employees at the Alohilani Resort. I am not their direct representative, and this will not affect my ability to be impartial in deciding on this matter.
Thank you for that disclosure, Commissioner Hollinger. Proceed.
so we have no, I guess, changes to the preliminary report. I did want to say that, the hotel was not aware of the floor plan discrepancies until we received the report. We are now having our architect update our floor plans, and I'll be submitting them to Daniel once that is done. But I just wanted to mention that up front.
Mr. Sato, did you want to comment on this?
I have any questions.
Okay.
Move to approve request number 24-01355.
I second.
Been moved and seconded to approve request number 24-01355. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The request is approved.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Communication hearings. Let me get my new set of scripts. Oh, wait, they're yours.
Yeah.
I was like, my God, I started without it. Right.
You'll have to call the item though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Or do you read in first? Oh, no, I got it.
I'll make my appearance.
Got it.
Thomas Staff, Secret Deputy Corporation Counsel on behalf of the city and county of Honolulu.
All right, thank you. Okay, calling agenda item number 14, Asagio Kapolei LCV 23-0160.
Hi, Garner Kondo, KONDO, Vice President, Asagio's Kapolei Italian Restaurant. Inc.
Mr. Knopfinger, can you please read the charge?
On or about October 31, 2022, licensee failed to timely submit the name of every person then employed on the licensed premises who is registered with the commission or who is subject to registration on the date and in such manner as directed by the commission in violation of Rule 3-82-38.8 of the rules of the Liquor Commission of the City and County of Honolulu.
Mr. Kondo, how would you like to plead? You can admit the charge, you can deny the charge, or plead no contest.
Yeah, I'm no contest, I guess. Guilty.
Okay.
Is that the same thing?
We can't actually tell you which ones they are. I mean, you can,
I didn't get it in on time. Yeah,
okay,
our fault.
okay. So no
No
contest, okay. Motion to accept the plea?
I second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to accept the plea. Any nays or reservations? Oh. Okay. No, any nays or reservations? Seeing none, the plea is accepted. Okay.
Mr. Knopfinger, how, your recommendations for agenda item number 14?
This is licensee's first violation. The recommended fine is $250.
And Mr. Kondo, is there any, do you have an explanation why you were late? What happened?
Just had the paperwork got to me out late and turned it in late. Yeah,
Okay,
not from you guys, from my side. From my
Okay.
kids, yeah.
Okay.
I got the paperwork late.
Mr. Knopfinger, does your records show how long, Mr. Kondo and them have had the license? By any chance?
I don't believe so, but I can.
Okay.
It looks like since April of 2008.
Okay, okay. All right. So, Mr. Kondo, I want you to understand, it's very important to get the paperwork in on time so that we know, everybody that's there. So if someone does come, then there's going to be concerns.
Since 2020, my accountant, who's my wife, we lost our child and she just
Okay.
mentally went down, just hard down, but it's okay. I
Okay.
understand it's very important. I've been a manager there for like 30 years. already,
Okay.
so.
Okay. I'm going to recommend I'm going to make a motion to approve the recommended fine of $250 for agenda item number 14.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve a fine of $250.
Yes.
$250. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The penalty is approved.
I have a question. What if this was 2022? And I know I'm late at 2023. I thought this was for 2023. What happens then? Another hearing like this?
So my best understanding of it will be that if you're late, it will go back to the
Oh,
our side to go for a determination, and adjudication will be determined, and then you may get another notice
Okay.
for another hearing.
Yeah, just
Okay,
more panicking. I don't want my liquor license.
we understand.
Okay,
So
sorry.
that's all.
Yes.
You're done for this one. We thank you.
Okay, do I make the payment outside?
Check with the administration. They'll help you. I think you'll get something in the mail.
Okay.
Notifying you of the payment, and then you can check with them, but you can check with someone outside if they're
Okay.
still here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 15, Vale Sandwiches and Bakery LCV 23-0151. Alec?
You can identify yourself for the record, please.
I'm sorry.
Identify yourself for the
Brooke
record.
Chandler.
Brooke Chandler, okay. Mr. Knopfinger, can you please read the charge?
On or about October 31, 2022, licensee failed to timely submit the name of every person then employed on the licensed premise who is registered with the commission or who is subject to registration on the date and in such manner as directed by the commission in violation of Rule 3-82-38.8 of the rules of the Liquor Commission of the City and County of Honolulu.
Ms. Chandler, how would you like to plead? You can, you can accept the charge, you can deny the charge, or you can plead no contest.
I guess it's no contest. Yeah,
Okay.
we apologize. We know we were late.
We're gonna give you an opportunity to explain or have questions after. So motion to accept the plea.
I second it.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to accept the plea. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The plea is accepted.
Mr. Knopfinger, can you please provide a recommendation for agenda item number 15?
This is licensee's first violation. The recommended fine is $250.
So Ms. Chandler, you have an opportunity to explain. So what happened?
No, we apologize. When we reopened after COVID, we thought that the bakehouse admin was going to file. So it was late. We now have an appointed person to do that annually.
Thank you. Yes, and as we're kind of going through these, there's quite a few today. It's very important we have all the right people on your list because obviously if someone comes in from our office, they're going to want to be able to know who's to see and who's not to see.
Right.
Okay. Thank you. My motion is going to be to approve the recommended fine of $250 for agenda item number 15.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve a fine of $250. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The penalty is approved. Right.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 16, Olive Garden LCV 23-0152.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, Commissioners. Kevin Koval representing Olive Garden. To my right is Shana Yamada, Yamada. She is the Vice President for Union Mac, who owns Olive Garden.
Wait,
Yeah, we can waive reading of the charges.
So you waived reading of the charges, Mr. Nago. How would you like to plead? Accept the charge, deny the charge, or plead no contest?
Plead no contest.
Motion to accept the plea.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the plea of no contest. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The plea is accepted.
Mr. Knopfinger, your recommendation for agenda item number 16.
This violation occurred on November 30th, 2022, when licensee failed to timely submit their employee listing. This is licensee's second violation. The recommended fine is $350. The first violation occurred in November of 2021 and a letter of reprimand was issued.
Okay, Mr. Nicola, so what happened?
So, well, first off, just so that we're clear, 2023, everything was submitted correctly. We now have somebody in place who's taking care of that because we really don't want to have this happen again. The part that I think was confusing for my client was the fact that they received the first violation.
After the second violation occurred.
Okay,
So notification came really late. We checked with the commission and the address that they were sending the notifications to was actually incorrect. We've tried since to correct it, but it hasn't actually done so yet. So we're gonna check with them again to make sure that the information is coming to us. But in order to head it off, we made sure that we got somebody in place to do that.
okay,
So
okay, so let me, okay, so currently, okay, so you, yeah, wait, you had your first time it was late, then you got your notice for that. But at that same time, when you got your notice for the first time it was late, you were already late for your second one? Okay,
Do you think it was with one and the same? Or you knew we were two separate?
we're not sure. I mean, the notification, the dates are November 30th, 2022, and November 30th, 2021. It's just that we got the 2022 one
Oh,
before we got the 2021 one, and so
okay, okay.
they were going, wait, what's happening? So
Okay.
they got confused and they were trying to explain it to me, and even I was going, wait, what?
Okay, the only reason I'm asking is because I'm assuming someone came right here and heard the because the first one, right, had a letter of reprimand issued, right? So I'm assuming we heard something.
Yeah.
So that point though was the address corrected at that point? Because now you're telling me to right now.
No, we did send in the information. It's
Okay.
just-
So right now, we're requesting the listing and the month that it's due.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess my question is, currently, do you know if on file here at the Liquor Commission that we have the correct address to send you notification or information?
That is something that we're following up on.
Yeah.
Okay. Because ultimately, that's your defense, right?
It's- yeah.
To be able to know when
It's our,
it's
yeah,
due,
it's our
right?
fully on,
No, no, no,
we totally
I'm
understand.
just.
No, we totally understand. It
Okay.
is more a matter of just making sure we explain what happened, because they got confused and they
Okay,
were trying to explain it to
okay.
me and I went, wait, what?
Okay,
So,
okay,
we just want to make sure it was on the record and.
okay, no,
Do we
totally understand. And, I mean, my motion is going to be what it is, but take into consideration and understand, it's 2 consecutive years that we have
We
where
understand,
we don't have it in a timely manner.
yes.
And it's also, it is kind of junk in a sense, but it falls upon the licensee to make sure not only the names, but we have your right address to get you that information. Okay?
And we do have that set now. So
Okay.
the 2023 is, you see, we didn't get. a
We'll be
violation for
good,
that,
we'll
so-
be good there, okay.
Yeah.
So my motion is going to be to approve the recommended fine of $350 for agenda item number 16.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve a fine of $350. Any nays or reservation? I also vote aye. The fine is approved.
Thank you very much.
Calling agenda item number 17, Pho Vietnam Inc., LCD 23-0159.
May the record reflect Wayne Lucas, counsel for the licensee. We waive reading of the charges into plea no contest.
Motion to accept the plea.
I second.
Been moved and seconded to accept the plea of no contest. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The plea is accepted.
Mr. Nafziger, your recommendation for agenda item number 17?
So this violation occurred on November 30th, 2022, when licensee failed to submit their annual employee listing. This is licensee's second violation. The recommended fine is $350. The first violation occurred on November of 2021, which resulted in a $250 fine.
Mr. Lin, what happened?
No, the second one, that's our problem. The first one is we accepted. It was a transfer and we accepted the violation of the transfer.
Okay.
Yeah,
So currently, the first one, you had one that happened in 2021, which is because of your transferring, you were saying.
right.
So currently now we have this second one. And you pled no contest. Is there any explanations for the second one?
No, that's the account they just moved. The first one was actually the violation of the first, but it was going through the transfer period. But the second one, that's ours.
Okay. Thank you for your explanation, Mr. Liu. My motion is going to be to approve the recommended fine of $350 for agenda item number 17.
I second.
Been moved and seconded to impose a fine of $350. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The fine is.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 18, Shays Filipino Cafe LLC, LCD 23-0153.
Good afternoon, Commissioner. My name is Ron Damasio, RON DALMACIO. I waive the reading of all charges and plead the no contest.
Motion to accept the plea.
I second.
Been moved and seconded to plead, to accept the plea of no contest. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The plea is accepted.
Mr. Nafziger, can you please provide make your recommendation for agenda item number 18?
So this violation occurred on November 30th, 2022, when licensee failed to submit their annual employee listing. This is a second violation. The recommended fine is $350. The first violation occurred in November 30th of 2020, and a letter of reprimand was issued for that violation.
And Mr. Damaso, what happened?
So the first one, we were changing law firms.
Okay.
And we didn't get that in, my attorney didn't get it in at
Okay,
that time. And then the second one, we were a day late. We didn't get the correct form. We didn't get it to us, so we turned in the second one late.
Mr. Knapsinger, does it show when it came in at all?
I do not have that.
Okay. Okay, so you had said that it came in a day late. Do you know what date that actually was that it got in here?
I'm not sure what was the date.
Okay.
We haven't been serving alcohol since COVID.
Okay,
Yeah, at the restaurant. It's just because when COVID hit, we just totally stopped. So we don't have any refrigerators or anything
okay.
at the restaurant anymore. And we're thinking about canceling the liquor license.
So a question to you right now is, you currently are still not serving alcohol?
We're still
correct?
not serving yet.
Okay. Are you going, I guess my other question will be, will you be, or have you been on time for your 2023 notification of the number of people that, for the liquor commission, since
think
you
that-
haven't decided you're gonna cancel the license? Because otherwise you're gonna be in front of us again, right?
So the 2023 one was the one that came in a day late from what?
Okay, so this is actually for 2022, this violation you're talking about now. So you may have, if you can't turn it in one day late, you may have another
Yeah, right,
one that's coming up,
right,
just so
correct,
you know.
right.
Okay.
correct.
So yeah, so my thing is this, I understand your first one was a law thing, and we did issue a letter of reprimand for that, but it is important whether you decide you're going to serve alcohol or not, to make sure you have your names to us, because it's ultimately your choice to
Right.
decide if you keep the license or not.
Right,
Okay.
I apologize for that.
No, I'm just saying, right? My motion is going to be to approve a recommended fine of $250 for agenda item number 18.
A second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve a fine of $250. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The fine is approved.
So you'll get a letter in the mail notifying you of the fine and the payment, but there may be something else coming to you for 2023.
Correct.
So that's,
Apologize for that.
no, so that's all. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Okay, calling agenda item number 19, Uncle Troy's Bar and Grill, LCV 23-0154.
Yes, to my right is Troy Tahara as the manager. He's President of Council Wayne Luke. The waiting on the charges and to plea no contest.
Motion to accept the plea.
A second.
Been moved and seconded to accept a plea of no contest. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The plea is accepted.
Mr. Nasinger, your recommendations for agenda item number 19?
This violation occurred on August 31st, 2022, when licensee failed to timely submit their annual employee listing. This is a second violation. The recommended fine is $350. The first violation occurred on August 31st, 2021, and a letter of reprimand was issued for that fine.
Mr. Luke, what happened?
Well, we're not familiar with the first one. Yeah, someone else is, running the place. And this particular one, the second one, he emailed to the liquor commission the list at 12 o'clock, after 12 o'clock midnight. That would be September 1 instead of August 31st. He was aware of it, but he just emailed it late.
Okay. So, Mr. Nasinger, is there anything in the file showing when the liquor commission actually received the list?
It's an email.
I don't believe I have a copy of that.
Okay. Does your records at all show when the current owner took over Uncle Troy's Bar and Grill?
No, I do not have that information.
Is don't know, is there a way to find out if the administration has a listing of when?
Yes,
Okay,
we have it.
hold on, we're gonna have our administration.
Yeah, I know, but
So, yeah,
that's his.
okay.
What date do you think?
Oh, oh. September first, I saw it.
Oh. It's August 31st, but on this other ones, the email that I sent in, it said 12:30.
No, he's asking for what date you took.
So,
over
so
as
what
manager.
basically, Mr. Luke, what you had said, right, was the first incident that happened in 2021 was not your current client, it was the prior owner, correct?
That was prior, somebody else.
Someone else who had the business,
Yeah.
right? So
Same
this is,
licensee.
so technically, this is now your business, so it's almost like this is your first time having this violation.
That's-
So I'm just trying to confirm when it actually transferred over in our records, so I
Sure.
can make a decision based on
Yeah. All we have.
what our what the recommended fine is and what my motion will be on that.
Sure, all we have is his email.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. 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 Got it. Okay. So what looks like is the change was way after the 2021 situation. So do you know currently if your 2023, the one that just came up, right, to change, to give names to the Liquor Commission, was that submitted in a timely manner this time?
Yes.
Okay. So based on the information we have, it looks like you took over sometime in 2023. So my motion is going to be, because you're a new owner, and it's basically because of that, okay? And then, in my opinion, it's almost like this is your first time having this problem. My motion is going to be to issue a letter of reprimand for agenda item number 19.
second.
Been moved and seconded to approve a letter of reprimand. I'm saying any nays or reservations, seeing none, I also vote aye. The letter of reprimand is approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, the Liquor Commission will, agenda item number 20 will be discussing operations and procedure review. So this is a time for us, under sunshine rules, to discuss the training that we conducted with Mr. Sato, which I was very much in appreciation of, and to kind of discuss the other items on the agenda. The agenda item number 1 was to direct the administration to create a LinkedIn site to make some of this material available. I had talked to the administration, and it wasn't necessarily to put in a LinkedIn site in particular, but it was a place for when we have discussions in these open hearings, it's very difficult to find the information of what we discussed. And so there were 3 items at the last hearing that I think would be good to highlight. One is the training by Mr. Sato. The second one was our indication of wanting to provide better public information and input through declaratory judgments or submission of changes and modifications to the Liquor Commission. And then the third one was our discussions on the movement of days within a temporary license. And so to have a section of somewhere where the public could easily find and search for that information, and then provide references to the sections of the hearings that they could refer to, that was the purpose. And so that was kind of long-winded. Did you want to comment on that?
Sal Patilos, Honolulu Liquor Commission Administrator. We can definitely create something on the webpage on which the commission can place information about things that are discussed, like, for example, the procedure with regard to licensing, the desire to be consistent in terms of changing items in licenses. And speaking with our IT person, not with our IT person, but our special projects coordinator. That's something that can be done relatively easily. And we provide you with a form in which to place those items.
Sure, would that be on LinkedIn or?
I think we would want to just use the existing website and have new
I was gonna say that.
electronic territory on it. more.
Yeah.
And that way we could also drive more
Traffic there.
traffic towards the
I
website.
agree.
Okay,
It's good.
all right. So I don't think that we need a motion, but that was just. We would appreciate having that aspect. And then I think at future hearings, we would agree on what items, or we can direct the administration to put, content on that. The second one is part of the, yes.
To be clear that any content needs to be voted on, discussed, voted on, asked for public testimony, and then approved by the board. So it's not gonna be just statements by one particular mission. Or it's not going to be statements or summaries or.
So my
interpretations.
idea, and subject obviously to it being okay, was that at this agendized item, we would submit as for the next time that we publish, the items that we wanted to publish. And so then that could,
It would be written,
yes, and put into the agenda as a PDF with the links in it.
so it's submitted into the board packet.
Yes. But it can be lumped in under Liquor Commission Operations, Procedures and Review, or does it need to be a separate agenda item?
I mean, you can put that in there, but Sunshine Law requires you to state to the best that you can the topic that's gonna be discussed. So
Okay.
you know, it should be agendized.
Okay. And so we would have a item approving the new items of the review of the Liquor Commission Operation Procedure and Review.
However
Something
way
like
you want to say it,
yeah.
as long as the public knows what you guys are gonna be talking about, so that they
And
have
they can
awareness.
comment on it. Thank you. And so in that open sunshine law spirit was the discussion on what other items we would want to have in a future session of the Operations and Procedures Review. I had discussed with Mr. Sato earlier on this, and at these hearings, we get the packet for approving a license, right? And to go over each of the sections, what it means, how we got there. I think that would be, very valuable for us to just discuss and have a common understanding, first of all. And then second, as material for the public and for future commissioners to review. Great. So that was the agenda item for next time. But did anybody else have items for this agenda?
Not at this.
For this agenda item, so we can plan our next future agenda items.
Not at this.
I think what I would say is in this area, I think we should just leave a discussion on proposed agenda of next scheduled operations or procedures review. So that when we get to that, we can state at that point, hey, we want to have this kind of item. And then put it together, and then whether it's on that next agenda item or the following one, at least we have it out. Saying that this is what we want to kind of look at. It's good. Is that?
Yeah.
A way to do it that everybody could be acceptable to? In the sense
so.
of being sunshine and open and
To keep it top of mind,
transparent, right? I mean.
when it
in a
happens, we
sense.
wanna
Yeah.
initiate that.
But just be aware that because we do a weekly meeting, that a lot of times, sometimes things and materials are not ready. by, so if for next week, the agenda goes out tomorrow.
Mhm.
So just so you guys know that if you put something out tonight, it may not be ready to go out in tomorrow's agenda. But
Okay.
it probably could be ready to go out by the next Friday. So maybe a 2-week overlap.
Yeah, so maybe that would be the discussion, right? So if we have something like we say tonight, we want to discuss this item. And we put it as we're going to do it 2 weeks from now. At that point, which gives people time. I'm not sure. Does that work for Mr. Sato, I guess? Is that if we were to use you as an example of stuff we need you to do or provide to us?
The longer the better.
Okay, well, want to make sure we all.
Yeah. And this process lends itself to extending multiple times just in terms
Yeah.
of notification.
Sure.
And in terms of publishing, right, there's not a rush for it. It's just a memorialized activity that we did to make it easy to find. So if it slips between, multiple sessions, I don't think it's a terrible thing.
It can be a weekly packet.
Have a motion every week to like put a placeholder in 2 weeks.
Just the first time, right?
So what I would propose is I will write up the 3 items that we kind of discussed here so that we could put it on the agenda to vote to put on our website. So that that will happen within a month, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then if there's something that you want to have discussions about, that would be a value training for all of us. This is the time to propose it so that we can discuss it, so that we can put it on an agenda for a future meeting. to
Okay.
conduct.
I can bring that. Not now, but
Okay, no, I wanted to, the first time we did it last week, it was kind of a brand new item to say, hey, we now have an opportunity to discuss training. And I didn't want to, foist it all on you, last week, but now I'm foisting it on you this week and I have some more new topics.
no, this is good. It's good to move the needle too.
Definitely.
Okay, so there's actually no action at this time, I think, for agenda item number 20. So we can move on to agenda item number 21. Liquor Administrator, administrative actions.
South Tivas Honolulu Liquor Commission Administrator. We all know, I think we all know that legislature is in session. I have some information that the bill introduction cutoff is Wednesday. The Liquor Commission will post the usual bill tracking table on the website, so any licensees who are interested in particular items can see those and take whatever action they need to have their voice heard about particular legislation. Additionally, I think last week. What's your title again? Supervising Liquor Investigator Sato had mentioned something about the fact that there's a bit of a backlog. There's a backlog within licensing, and I think that's surfaced at that during a few meetings as well. We are looking at a short-term, a possible short-term addition of resources to licensing. We're looking at exploring the option of hiring a contract employee to assist with addressing that backlog. That's short-term. Additionally, I think you're all well aware of the fact that we do need employees, and we have. Well, we've been hiring employees. We also have been unable to get candidates for other positions. So I think it's important to note that our ASO, or acting ASO, as well as administrative specialists, will participate in city and county same-day hiring event. It's not just LCI1s that we need, but we also need office assistants as well as legal clerks. So we're going to look at that, and hopefully that will bear fruit in terms of being more fully staffed, because I think we need to do that. And finally, I think because of Darren's work, we've been able to obtain two sessions of cultural humility training with HHHRC. I think those are all going to occur on February 21st. The first session will be at 10:30 to 11:30. The second session will be 1:30 to 2:30. That will give everyone in the Liquor Commission the opportunity to take that training that way. I know we have a really public facing on demand part of our operations, and so we can make sure that we'll be able to provide opportunities so we can switch staff. And with that, I'm open to any questions.
The 23rd,
21st,
21st, thank you.
What were the two time slots?
10:30 to 11:30 and 1:30 to 2:30.
That's gonna be here.
Yes, it will be.
Well, thank you. I mean, it's good to see that we're, moving forward with the recommendations within the Wei Chen report.
And we're also looking forward to the training that's going to be provided by EOO with regard to anti-discrimination or non-discrimination, anti-harassment.
All right.
Have they set a date for that, or is that
Excuse me?
the last one we just talked about for that training? Have they set dates for that as well?
We haven't, I know that they're in development. We haven't heard yet what that will be available. That will basically be available online and probably will be piggybacking on required biannual required things. So
Okay. Thank you.